What if I told you that drinking one simple cup of tea before bed could help you burn fat while you sleep, wake up lighter, and transform your body without starvation diets or brutal workouts? I've helped thousands of patients unlock this overnight weight loss secret, and tonight, I'm revealing exactly how Moringa Tea can change everything for you. Now, I need to know something from you right away. Have you been struggling to lose weight despite trying every diet under the sun? Feeling frustrated when the scale just won't budge no matter what you do? Comment below and tell me your biggest weight loss challenge. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear to feel less alone in this journey. I want you to understand something right from the start. You are not failing at weight loss because you lack willpower or discipline. The truth is, your body has been fighting against you because of metabolic slowdown, hormonal imbalances, and inflammation that no amount of calorie counting can fix. And I'm about to show you how Moringa Tea addresses these hidden barriers while you're sleeping peacefully. This isn't about miracle claims or overnight transformations. What I'm sharing with you today is grounded in both ancient wisdom and modern scientific research. Moringa tea has been used for thousands of years in traditional medicine, and now we have the studies to prove why it works so powerfully for weight loss, especially when consumed before bedtime. Let me start by explaining what's really stopping you from losing weight, because once you understand this, everything else will make perfect sense. Your metabolism is like a fire burning inside your body, converting food into energy. When that fire burns hot, you naturally burn more calories even while resting. But for most people struggling with weight, that metabolic fire has been reduced to barely glowing embers. There are several reasons your metabolism might be sluggish right now. Chronic stress elevates cortisol, a hormone that literally tells your body to store belly fat and slow down calorie burning. Poor sleep quality disrupts hormones like leptin and ghrelin, making you hungrier and reducing your ability to feel satisfied after meals. Inflammation from processed foods, toxins, and oxidative stress creates cellular resistance that blocks fat burning at the molecular level. Here's where Moringa tea becomes your overnight weight loss ally. Moringa Oleifera leaves contain powerful compounds that directly address every single one of these metabolic roadblocks. When you drink Moringa tea before bed, you're essentially giving your body a metabolic reset while you sleep, allowing natural fat-burning processes to activate without you having to do anything except rest. Let's talk about the specific nutrients in Moringa tea that make this possible. Moringa contains high levels of chlorogenic acid, the same compound found in green coffee beans that's been scientifically proven to reduce fat absorption and boost metabolism. It also contains powerful antioxidants called polyphenols that fight inflammation and protect your cells from oxidative damage that slows weight loss. One of my patients, Maria, came to me weighing 215 pounds and feeling completely defeated. She'd tried keto, intermittent fasting, and countless gym memberships, but nothing worked long-term. I introduced her to nighttime Moringa tea, along with simple dietary improvements, and within 4 months, she lost 32 pounds. More importantly, she felt energized, slept better, and finally broke free from the constant cycle of restriction and binging. Now, let me explain the science behind losing weight while you sleep, because this is where Moringa tea truly shines. During deep sleep, your body enters a repair and regeneration mode. Human growth hormone is released, which naturally promotes fat burning and muscle preservation. Your body temperature drops slightly, forcing your metabolism to work harder to maintain core temperature. This is called thermogenesis, and it burns calories automatically. The problem is, most people never reach deep, quality sleep because of stress, inflammation, and blood sugar instability. They toss and turn, wake up multiple times, and their bodies never enter that optimal fat-burning state. Moringa tea helps you achieve deeper, more restorative sleep by calming your nervous system and stabilizing blood sugar levels throughout the night. Moringa is rich in natural compounds that support GABA production in your brain. GABA is a neurotransmitter that promotes relaxation and reduces the mental chatter that keeps you awake. When you're relaxed and sleeping deeply, your body can focus entirely on repair, detoxification, and fat metabolism, instead of dealing with stress responses. Blood sugar stability is absolutely critical for overnight weight loss, and this is something most people completely overlook. When your blood sugar spikes and crashes during the night, it triggers cortisol release, which wakes you up and signals your body to store fat. Moringa tea contains compounds that slow down the breakdown of carbohydrates, leading to steadier blood sugar levels and reduced insulin spikes. Think about it this way. Every time your blood sugar crashes at night, your body goes into emergency mode, thinking it's starving. It holds on to every calorie and stores fat for survival. When you stabilize blood sugar with Moringa tea before bed, you're telling your body, it's safe, you can let go of stored fat now. This is how overnight fat loss becomes possible. I've had patients who were pre-diabetic or dealing with insulin resistance, who started drinking Moringa tea nightly. Within weeks, their fasting blood sugar levels improved dramatically, and the weight they'd been carrying around their midsection started melting away. Why? Because they finally addressed the hormonal chaos that was preventing weight loss in the first place. Another crucial factor is inflammation. Chronic inflammation is like having a low-grade fire burning inside your body constantly. This fire damages your cells, disrupts hormone signals, and makes it nearly impossible for your body to burn fat efficiently. You could eat perfectly and exercise daily, but if inflammation is present, your body will resist weight loss with everything it has. Moringa tea is one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory beverages on the planet. It contains isothiocyanates, quercetin, and chlorogenic acid, all of which work together to reduce inflammatory markers throughout your body. When you drink Moringa tea before bed, these compounds circulate through your system overnight, cooling down inflammation and allowing your metabolism to function optimally. Let me share something personal with you. Years ago, I struggled with stubborn weight around my midsection, despite exercising regularly and eating clean. I was frustrated and couldn't understand why my body wouldn't respond. Then I discovered that chronic stress from my demanding work schedule was keeping my cortisol elevated, and inflammation was silently sabotaging my efforts. Once I started drinking Moringa tea nightly and managing stress better, I lost 15 pounds in 2 months without changing my diet or exercise routine. Now that you understand why Moringa tea works for overnight weight loss, let me walk you through exactly how to prepare it, when to drink it, and what results you can realistically expect. The preparation is incredibly simple, but there are specific techniques that maximize its effectiveness for weight loss while you sleep. First, you need to source high-quality organic Moringa tea. You can find Moringa tea bags at health food stores or online, or you can use pure Moringa leaf powder to make your own tea. I personally prefer using 1 to 2 teaspoons of organic Moringa powder steeped in hot water because it gives you the full spectrum of nutrients without any processing or additives. Here's my recommended nighttime Moringa tea recipe. Boil 8 ounces of water and let it cool for about 1 minute so it's hot but not boiling. Add 1 to 2 teaspoons of moringa powder or 1 moringa tea bag. Steep for 5 to 7 minutes to extract all the beneficial compounds. You can add a small amount of raw honey or a squeeze of lemon if you prefer, but avoid adding sugar or milk, as these can interfere with the blood sugar stabilizing effects. Timing is crucial for maximizing overnight weight loss. I recommend drinking your Moringa tea 30 to 60 minutes before bedtime. This gives your body enough time to absorb the nutrients and begin the metabolic processes without making you need to use the bathroom multiple times during the night. Some of my patients drink it right after dinner, and that works too, especially if you tend to have late-night cravings. Speaking of late-night cravings, this is where Moringa tea becomes a game changer. One of the biggest obstacles to weight loss is nighttime snacking and emotional eating. You're tired, stressed from the day, and suddenly you find yourself in the kitchen eating chips, cookies, or ice cream before bed. These calories not only add up quickly, but they also spike your blood sugar right before sleep, which triggers fat storage. Moringa tea naturally suppresses appetite and reduces cravings because it stabilizes your blood sugar and provides your body with nutrients it might be lacking. When your body is truly nourished at the cellular level, those intense cravings for junk food often disappear. My patients consistently tell me that after starting nighttime Moringa tea, they no longer feel the urge to raid the fridge before bed. Let me give you a real example. Jennifer was a working mom who struggled with emotional eating every single night. After putting her kids to bed, she'd collapse on the couch and eat an entire pint of ice cream or a bag of chips, undoing all the healthy choices she made during the day. When she started drinking Moringa tea as part of her nighttime routine, something shifted. The ritual of making tea became her new comfort habit, and the cravings dramatically reduced within the first week. Now, let's talk about realistic weight loss expectations, because I want to set you up for success, not disappointment. If you're expecting to lose 10 pounds in a week from drinking Moringa tea alone, that's not going to happen, and anyone who promises that is lying to you. Sustainable, healthy weight loss happens at a rate of 1 to 2 pounds per week when done correctly. Here's what you can realistically expect from drinking Moringa tea nightly while supporting it with healthy habits. In the first week, you'll likely notice reduced bloating, better sleep quality, and fewer nighttime cravings. Your body is beginning to recalibrate and reset its metabolic processes. By week 2, you should see the scale start moving downward, typically losing 1 to 3 pounds depending on your starting weight and overall lifestyle. By week 4, most of my patients have lost anywhere from 4 to 8 pounds, and more importantly, they report feeling more energized, sleeping better, and experiencing reduced inflammation throughout their bodies. By month 3, with consistent Moringa tea consumption and supportive lifestyle habits, many people lose 15 to 20 pounds and experience a complete transformation in how they feel daily. But here's the critical part that I need you to understand. Moringa tea is not a magic bullet that lets you eat whatever you want and still lose weight. It's a powerful tool that enhances your body's natural fat-burning abilities, but it works best when combined with sensible eating and basic movement. You don't need to starve yourself or spend hours at the gym, but you do need to make some foundational improvements. Let me break down the lifestyle habits that will amplify your results with Moringa tea. First, focus on eating whole, unprocessed foods as much as possible. Fill your plate with vegetables, lean proteins, healthy fats like avocados and nuts, and complex carbohydrates like sweet potatoes and quinoa. These foods provide the nutrients your body needs to function optimally and burn fat efficiently. Reduce your intake of processed foods, excess sugar, and refined carbohydrates. These foods spike your blood sugar, trigger inflammation, and work directly against everything Moringa tea is trying to do for your metabolism. You don't have to be perfect, but if you can make healthier choices 80% of the time, you'll see dramatically better results. Hydration is another factor that most people underestimate. Your body needs water to metabolize fat and eliminate toxins. When you're dehydrated, your metabolism slows down significantly. Aim to drink at least 8 glasses of water throughout the day, and consider drinking a glass of water when you first wake up to kickstart your metabolism. Movement doesn't have to mean intense workouts. Even 30 minutes of walking daily can significantly boost your weight loss results. Walking after meals is particularly effective because it helps stabilize blood sugar and improves digestion. If you can add some strength training a few times per week, even better, because building muscle increases your resting metabolic rate. Sleep quality is just as important as sleep quantity. Moringa tea helps you achieve deeper sleep, but you also need to create an environment conducive to rest. Keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. Avoid screens for at least an hour before bed because blue light disrupts melatonin production. Create a relaxing bedtime routine that signals to your body it's time to wind down. Stress management cannot be overlooked if you're serious about losing weight. Chronic stress keeps cortisol elevated, which promotes belly fat storage and makes weight loss nearly impossible. Find stress relief techniques that work for you, whether that's meditation, deep breathing, journaling, yoga, or simply spending time in nature. Even 10 minutes of stress management daily can make a significant difference. Let's address some common questions and concerns that people have about using Moringa tea for weight loss, because I want to eliminate any confusion and set you up for complete success. The first question I always get is Moringa tea safe to drink every night? The answer for most people is yes. Moringa is generally very safe and has been consumed daily for centuries in many cultures. However, there are a few precautions to consider. If you're pregnant or breastfeeding, you should consult with your healthcare provider before starting Moringa tea, as high doses of moringa root or bark may have effects on pregnancy. If you're taking medications for diabetes or blood pressure, talk to your doctor, as moringa can enhance the effects of these medications, potentially requiring dosage adjustments. Start with a smaller amount of moringa, like 1 teaspoon, and gradually increase to 2 teaspoons as your body adjusts. Some people experience mild digestive changes when they first start moringa, such as loose stools, but this typically resolves within a few days as your body adapts. If you experience any persistent discomfort, reduce your dose or consult a healthcare professional. Quality matters tremendously when it comes to Moringa tea. Not all Moringa products are created equal. Look for organic, sustainably sourced Moringa from reputable companies that provide third-party testing certificates. Avoid products with fillers, additives, or artificial ingredients. Pure Moringa leaf powder or tea bags should be your only options. Another common question is, can I drink Moringa tea in the morning instead of at night? Absolutely, and many people do. Moringa is incredibly versatile and can be consumed any time of day. However, for weight loss specifically while you sleep, nighttime consumption is most effective because it works synergistically with your body's natural overnight fat burning and repair processes. Some people worry that Moringa tea might keep them awake because it's sometimes described as energizing. While Moringa does provide gentle, sustained energy during the day, it doesn't contain caffeine and won't keep you awake at night. In fact, most people report sleeping better after drinking Moringa tea because of its blood sugar stabilizing and stress-reducing properties. Let me address the elephant in the room. Can you just take Moringa capsules instead of making tea? Yes, you can take Moringa in capsule form, and it will still provide many of the same benefits. However, I personally prefer tea for several reasons. The ritual of making and drinking tea is calming and helps signal to your body that it's time to wind down. The warm liquid is soothing and hydrating. Plus, you may absorb some compounds more effectively when consumed as tea. Now, let's talk about what to do if you hit a weight loss plateau, because this is something almost everyone experiences at some point. You've been drinking Moringa tea consistently, eating well, and the scale was moving steadily for weeks. Then suddenly, it stops. You're doing everything right, but the weight won't budge. This is completely normal and doesn't mean Moringa has stopped working. Weight loss plateaus happen because your body is intelligent and adapts to changes. As you lose weight, your metabolic rate naturally decreases slightly because you have less body mass to maintain. Your body also becomes more efficient at the habits you've established. The key is to introduce small changes to break through the plateau without sabotaging your progress. Here are strategies that work when you hit a plateau. First, try intermittent fasting by shortening your eating window to 8 to 10 hours per day. Continue drinking your Moringa tea at night, but perhaps add a morning cup as well. Second, increase your movement slightly, even just adding 10 more minutes to your daily walk. Third, reassess your portion sizes, as it's easy to let portions gradually increase without noticing. Sometimes a plateau is actually your body's way of consolidating the weight you've already lost. Your body needs time to adjust to your new weight, and holding steady for a week or two isn't necessarily a bad thing. Be patient with yourself, stay consistent with your Moringa tea and healthy habits, and trust that the scale will start moving again. I want to share one more powerful patient story with you. Michael was a 55-year-old man who'd been overweight his entire adult life. He'd tried every diet imaginable and had nearly given up hope. When he came to me, he weighed 280 pounds and was on medication for high blood pressure and pre-diabetes. I put him on a protocol that included nighttime Moringa tea, balanced nutrition, daily walks, and stress management. The transformation wasn't immediate, but it was steady and sustainable. In 6 months, Michael lost 45 pounds. His blood pressure normalized, his blood sugar levels returned to healthy ranges, and his doctor reduced his medications. But what impressed me most was how Michael described feeling like he'd gotten his life back. He had energy to play with his grandchildren. He slept through the night for the first time in years. He felt hopeful and proud of himself again. This is what's possible when you commit to your health and use tools like Moringa tea consistently. You're not just losing weight on the scale, you're reducing inflammation, balancing hormones, improving sleep, increasing energy, and lowering your risk for chronic diseases. You're giving yourself the gift of vitality and longevity. Now I want to talk about sustainability, because this is where most diets fail. You can't drink Moringa tea for a month, lose some weight, and then go back to your old habits expecting the weight to stay off. Lasting weight loss requires lasting changes. But here's the good news. Those changes don't have to be extreme or miserable. Moringa tea can become a permanent part of your nightly routine, just like brushing your teeth. It's affordable, easy to prepare, and actually enjoyable to drink. The lifestyle habits I've mentioned, eating whole foods, staying hydrated, moving your body, managing stress, these aren't temporary diet rules. They're sustainable practices that enhance your quality of life in every way. Think of this journey as a lifestyle upgrade, rather than a diet. Diets have end dates and feel like punishment. Lifestyle changes are permanent and feel like self-care. When you shift your mindset from, I have to drink this tea to lose weight, to, I choose to drink this tea because it makes me feel amazing, everything changes. Let me give you some practical tips for staying consistent. Set a reminder on your phone for your Moringa tea time each evening. Keep your Moringa powder or tea bags in a visible spot in your kitchen so you don't forget. Track your progress, not just with the scale, but with how you feel, how you sleep, and how your clothes fit. Celebrate small victories along the way. Find an accountability partner, whether that's a friend, family member, or online community. Share your journey, your challenges, and your wins. Having support makes a tremendous difference in staying consistent. And remember, perfection is not required. If you miss a night of Moringa tea or have a day where you eat off plan, simply resume your healthy habits the next day without guilt or shame. Here's what I want you to do right now, today, not tomorrow or next Monday. Go purchase high-quality organic Moringa tea or powder. Tonight, before bed, make your first cup of Moringa tea. Sit down, take a moment to relax, and drink it slowly and mindfully. Pay attention to how it tastes, how it makes you feel, and set an intention for your weight loss journey. Take your measurements and a photo today. Write down your starting weight. In 4 weeks, measure and weigh yourself again. I'm confident you'll see noticeable changes, but more importantly, you'll feel different. You'll sleep better, have more energy, and feel proud that you're taking control of your health. I also want you to commit to the supportive habits we discussed. Clean up your diet gradually, drink more water, move your body daily, and manage stress. These habits, combined with Moringa tea, create a powerful synergy that will transform your body and health from the inside out. Before we finish, I need to address one final misconception. Some people think weight loss is purely about vanity or fitting into smaller clothes. While those can be nice side effects, the real reason to lose excess weight is about your health, longevity, and quality of life. Carrying excess weight increases your risk for heart disease, diabetes, joint problems, and numerous other health conditions. When you lose weight in a healthy, sustainable way with tools like Moringa tea, you're not just changing how you look. You're reducing inflammation throughout your body, improving insulin sensitivity, lowering blood pressure, reducing stress on your joints, and potentially adding years to your life. You're investing in being able to run around with your children or grandchildren, traveling without physical limitations, and feeling confident and comfortable in your own skin. This is about so much more than a number on a scale. It's about reclaiming your vitality, energy, and zest for life. It's about proving to yourself that you are capable of creating lasting change. It's about feeling proud when you look in the mirror, not because of society's beauty standards, but because you know you're taking care of the one body you have. So here's my final question for you. Are you ready to finally break free from the cycle of failed diets and frustrating weight struggles? Are you ready to lose weight while you sleep using a simple, natural, scientifically backed method that actually works? If your answer is yes, then start tonight with that first cup of Moringa tea. I believe in you. I've seen this work for countless patients, and I know it can work for you too. The only thing standing between you and the healthy, energized, lighter body you deserve is the decision to start and the commitment to stay consistent. Make that decision right now. Your future self will thank you for taking this first step tonight.